everyone. So in February of this year, the Financial Times published a feature titled How Miami Became the Most Important City in America. The key takeaway, the world has South Florida squarely in its sights, and real estate, it's in high demand. Here to talk about the market and what's on the horizon is Ron Shuffield, President and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, EWM Realty. Welcome.
Hey,
and welcome back,
you.
of course.
Thank you, Aldo.
All right, so let's talk about this. I mean, it is the 305.
Yes.
Born and raised there.
Yep.
I'm amazed at what I've seen, the growth. Tell me about real estate, what you're seeing right now. What's like the big story?
Well, the big story for this first quarter of 2022 has been the fact that $1 million plus condos have actually exceeded the number of $1 million plus sales of single-family homes.
My goodness.
It doesn't mean that single-family homes are worth any less, and quite the contrary, they're more like collector's items now. But we have a few more condos than we do single-family for sale, but both of them are selling extremely well. And in the over $1 million market, though, 55% of our total sales were during the first quarter. 55% of our sales were condos versus 45% single family. So,
why do you think that is, Ron?
Well, I think it's all about community. You know, we talk in the condo business about selling the 2 C's of community and convenience.
Okay.
And I think that after COVID, people realize that, hey, you know, the lifestyle is very important to me.
Especially in Florida?
In Florida, where the weather is great and it's easy to get to, and we have so many assets here now.
Look at this.
But isn't that a beautiful picture? I tell you, you could look at that all afternoon.
I was looking here, Ron, and this article, which is very similar to the one that I was talking about. The city is now considered to be a paradise of freedom. It's attracted millions of people, but not just people, money.
Lots of money.
Lots of money.
Well, you know, I think the fact that Florida is one of 8 states with no state income tax, been a big draw for a long time now. But with COVID, so many people staying at home, you know, people started searching for just different ways of living, home offices, you know, and having the amenity packages in these condo buildings. You know, these condo buildings are all like mini country clubs today. So many things to do with not only your family, but with friends and guests who come to visit your building. So I think also people feel like that they've been freed up from some of the maintenance of a home. Not that, again, the homes are not still selling very, very briskly as well, but you're no longer cutting or having, you know, to take care of
the lawn,
the pools and all the different things.
Absolutely. I've said it many times. My kids are going to college soon, and I've eventually wanted to, you know, graduate to that kind of living.
A lot of people are thinking just like you're thinking.
And it's a lot of from the West Coast. It's New York, even South America. I mean, we are the gateway, if you will, and they're just coming in huge numbers.
Well, and it's continuing to build on that. And of course, you know, the big story for the last 5 or 6 years has been the return of the domestic buyer, the growth of the domestic buyer. We still have a lot of international buyers, but now the domestic buyers from outside our community are equally as strong. Let's
talk about trends for the rest of the year. What should we be looking out for? What do you predict? Because everything that you predict always happens.
Well, I don't know about that, but you know, what we watch all the time more than anything is the supply and demand of our marketplace. And so, you know, in any business, you know, if the supply is low like it is today and the demand continues to be strong, prices are going to go up. So consequently, we have seen some significant increases in values, both for rental values as well as home sale values, condo sale values. But I think that watching the supply and demand is what we're going to be watching a lot this next, you know, even few months. You know, with inflation being on everyone's mind today, with an uptick in interest rates today. You know, these are the things that affect our business. But demand is the strongest factor we have going for us because there seems to be no let up. No one is predicting a let up. You know, more and more people are coming here. And again, from outside the country as well as with inside the U.S. And I think that we'll continue to see that.
And nobody could have predicted, like you said, COVID. Everybody who was just locked up, they really wanted to get out. They came to Florida and they basically said, I'm not leaving.
I'm staying here. Well, and you know, that is something that we've had many second homeowners here for a long time, and many of these people now have converted to full-time living.
There you go. Truly a world-class destination. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And you're coming back to talk about much more.
Absolutely. I'll be back.
I can't wait. Okay, we'll be right back with much more Lifestyles Plus. Stick around. Welcome back to Lifestyles Plus. Our next guests certainly know about real estate. Ron Shuffield is president and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices EWM Realty, with offices in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. Also with us, Ashley Cusack. She is senior vice president of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices EWM Realty. Today we're talking about the ultra-luxurious arched estate in Coconut Grove. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you, Olga.
Thank you.
I can't wait to talk about this home, but before we do so, Ron, let me start with you. I mean, this home is stunning. We know that.
Yes.
But tell me about the rise of all these luxury homes in South Florida.
You know, Florida's growing as a state now at the rate of about 600 new residents every day. So by the time the sun sets tonight, we'll have 600 more residents here. And many of these people are wealthy people. And of course, in our market in Miami, where we already had some very nice properties, now we've seen those prices increase substantially. And I think that's going to continue to happen because the people are going to continue to come. Our business is a supply and demand business. We're down to the lows of inventory that we've never seen before. Just to kind of look at one particular segment of the market, in the over $10 million market for single family homes in Miami, 2 years ago, we were selling about 2 homes a month. This is the whole industry, selling about 2 homes a month, valued over $10 million. Today, we're selling a dozen homes a month, over $10 million. Oh
my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about this price tag,
Yes.
which is a lot more than $10 million. Ashley, the arched estate is for sale for $150 million. You're the
Yes.
realtor for this
Yes.
magnificent home. Tell me about the amazing features. I know we have pictures and, oh, take me there.
Well, first you have to start with the property itself. I mean, it sits on over 4 acres on Biscayne Bay. So the direct view is only inhibited by Key Biscayne, which is miles away. So it's really spectacular. But the houses, there's 2 houses, and they're both special. She built one, Adrienne Archt is the owner, and she built one. Beautiful details, 20-foot ceilings. It just, both were built for entertaining, and they are spectacular, and just the details are amazing. So, and the other one was built in 1913 and restored. So
I'm looking at these pictures. I've been looking at them since you both arrived, and they are stunning. Something that caught my eye, oh my goodness. I mean, I know you guys are looking at the pictures, but I can't help but just hold my breath and wish I had a check for $150. Waterfront?
yes, so it's Biscayne Bay. So it's 405 feet on the water.
Oh my goodness.
Which is just, and it's just open. It's gorgeous.
How did she come to buy it?
Well, she bought her property first, where
Okay.
she built a home in 1999, and then she bought the property next
Next door.
door in 2007. And
Did
there's-
it cost a lot to restore that then? What
Yes,
did she do to do
she
that?
put millions of dollars in to restore it. She wanted to keep it, bring it back to its original grandeur. It used to belong to William Jennings Bryan, who is the original. That's who built it in 1913. And so it's magnificent. It has beautiful original hand-painted Cuban tile throughout. It's just, but
How
she
many
did
rooms?
It's 3 bedrooms in the main house and a 2-bedroom guest house.
Gosh, I just think it's such an exquisite location, so peaceful. When you take people there to see it, obviously they have to make an appointment.
Yes,
Because not everybody
yes,
can afford this.
yes.
Do they just sit there and wonder, wow?
It really has moved everybody that's seen it. We have not had anybody there that hasn't just had their breath taken away.
Are there other estates of this magnitude?
There are, but they've never been sold because the people who built most of those are still living in them. And I think that South Florida will be surprised over the next 50 years to see how many fine estates we have. And of course, when you look at an estate like this, they only change hands about every 30 to 40 years. So when you have an opportunity, it may be a 30 to 40 year one-time opportunity to do this.
Also, that I find to be more spectacular is the fact that this amazing woman is taking the proceeds, the sale, all the money, $150 million. And what is she doing with it, Ron?
Giving it to charity. And of course, she's known for that. Miami has been very fortunate to be the beneficiary of so much she's done for our community. You know, our Performing Arts Center has her name on the building because she was so generous with a major gift to that several years ago. And of course, she'll still have a stake in Miami, but she just doesn't need a property this large for the future, and she's looking for someone else to be the caretaker of this property as she has been the caretaker of this property.
Thank you so much. Good luck with the sale. Thank you for coming in again.
Thank you, Olga.
Appreciate
It's
it.
been fun.
And thank you for all you do.
Okay.
Still to come, a foundation that is having an impact all over South Florida. Stay with us. Welcome back to Lifestyles Plus, the magazine of BHHS EWM Realty. The Baptist Health Foundation is a nonprofit support organization for Baptist Health, whose mission is to inspire philanthropy and build donor relationships to support community wellness, innovation, and leadership in healthcare. So joining me today is Vice President of Development and Development Support for Baptist Health Foundation, Barbara James. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no, thanks for being here. So important to talk about this. Tell me a little bit about Baptist Health Foundation.
Well, as you said, we exist to support all of the healthcare at Baptist Health, and it is exceptional because we are able to bring preeminent and innovation and research and really serve this community that we all love so much.
That's right, and we need to help the community. How does donations, how does all that help in terms of the mission that y'all are trying to do?
Well, as you can imagine, we fill the gaps. We elevate the care. We are able, with the community's investment, to be able to bring things to the community that we don't have currently, and really elevate and be preeminent in caring for our community.
And there's so many programs that are so worthwhile talking about. We could be here for hours, Barbara. Clinical trials are also so important, and they're all funded by the generosity of donations, and they're what we need to find cures in the future, right?
Absolutely. Research and innovation is a key focus area that the foundation is really putting us on the map for, and so it's something that I think that in the years to come, it's going to be an investment that the community has made that will change the trajectory of the care that we are given.
Speaking of map, what area does Baptist serve? I mean, it's growing by leaps and bounds. Every time I look, it's pineapple here, pineapple there, pineapple, pineapple, pineapple.
Yes, we are pineapple proud, without a doubt. We span a 4-county area. We have hospitals, urgent cares, primary offices throughout a 4-county area. We are as south as the Keys and as north as Palm Beach. So, we are here to serve the South Florida community.
What are the giving opportunities you'd like to share with the community in terms of how they can get involved, how they can help? I mean, every little bit counts.
Absolutely. Well, we just had the wonderful honor of celebrating our doctors during Doctors' Day, and so the community really rises to the occasion. They write wonderful thank you notes to their care providers out of gratitude. We are upcoming into our hospital week with our nurses week, and we suspect no less than those frontline workers getting all of the accolades that they so are deserved of. Additionally, we have wonderful annual program with our employee giving. We believe that the giving starts at home, and we as employees of Baptist Health South Florida are so generous of not only our time and talent but of our treasure. So I always applaud all our colleagues for giving and supporting the hospital as well. Lots and lots of opportunity to support research, innovation, technology, really anything that you want. We offer at the foundation the opportunity to fund.
You mentioned a lot of areas where we see Baptist. I know Palm Beach, I think, is the newest.
It is.
Talk to me about that. That's great. I mean, I know you just had a big party.
Yes, yeah. So we entered the Palm Beach market a couple of years ago. We have 3 campuses, and we have 2 that are really dear and near to my heart: Bethesda East, Bethesda West. At Bethesda East, we have a lot of capital projects going on, an emergency room renovation, which has been our front door during these last couple of years and has been hit very, very hard. So we are going to bring the newest technology and make what is really a superstar team, give them the means to be able to deliver that care in even a more efficient way. Out west, we have had a lot of people move to Palm Beach County, as you know, in the last year, and we are going to do a extensive sense of expansion, bringing more rooms, and being able to again meet the community need for healthcare locally. Of course, it's great. As we expand into all of these areas, it's important to let the community know that the money raised local stays local, and so in your own hometown, you don't have to leave to get your health care. You can have the health care close to home that is, that you're used to.
And I want to head a little south now towards Miami and Baptist Hospital, Maine, which is that one right there.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It's absolutely amazing. I'm only a couple blocks away from this one, and it's always important, I think, to talk about Miami Cancer Institute. It opened 5 years ago. I know you guys just celebrated 5 years.
We did.
And it's been just such an amazing journey to see, 1,200 patients go through Miami Cancer Institute, which is obviously, Baptist Health.
Yes.
I always just want to talk about it because I have two loved ones getting treatment there now, and I just find it to be a very unique place. That multidisciplinary approach. It's not just doctors and nurses who are there to help you find a cure or support the person who is obviously fighting cancer, but it's just amazing how they just take in the whole family and say, we got you, and we're going to help you through this journey. And I always like to personalize it because I just think Miami Cancer Institute is just, if you ever have to go, and unfortunately we had to go, it is the place to be in to get that best treatment, best doctors, and best approach.
Without a doubt, yes, it is the very best. We have the best doctors. It is where you do take your family and loved ones, and I think that anyone who walks on that campus understands that once you walk through those doors, you are part of the Baptist family forever, and we will take you through this journey. And it's, I wish your family the very best.
I remember while they were building it, I was saying to myself, gorgeous, I hope I never have to walk in there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we had to walk through there, but it was the best place to be, and it's been an amazing journey for us. We feel very blessed to be a part of the Miami Cancer Institute family.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much. For our viewers, to wrap it up, Barbara, again, the philanthropy is so important for the community. Final thoughts?
Just certainly want to thank the community for continuing to join us in this journey. We are about ready on the cusp of some amazing growth in the next decade, and we want to acknowledge that we could not do it without the community support, and so we are most grateful. And I think that you will see pineapple proud people everywhere, and beyond. It is we love serving the southern, the South Florida community.
As I drive north, I'm sure I'm going to start seeing more pineapples in the future.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for what you do for our community.
Thank you.
Saving patients' lives. Appreciate it. Up next, icons in the fashion world right here on Lifestyles Plus. Don't go away. My next guests have been designing elegant 1940s Hollywood glamour evening wear for women since 1988. While planning a move to Palm Beach, COVID hit, which expedited their departure from New York. Since moving, they have opened a boutique on Worth Avenue, created a collection of separates, and launched their post-pandemic collection of evening wear. I'm so thrilled to welcome Mark Badgley and James Mischka. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks
so
for
much.
being here. I'm so excited you
fun
guys
to be
are
here.
here. I love the spread behind us.
It's beautiful.
No. It's like I just want you to know that I love the blue. Hint, hint.
You're perfect position for that, right?
Size 7.5, please.
Okay,
Got
gotcha.
I was reading here, gentlemen. You've been coming to Palm Beach to show your collection since the early 90s. You had a boutique in the early 2000s. So what made you decide to reopen now?
You know what? The Palm Beach woman, the Southern Florida woman, loves to indulge. She never really quite stopped, going out, looking beautiful. She entertains at home lavishly.
She does.
Likes to look beautiful, in every circumstance of her life. And it's just an amazing showcase and appreciation for what we do. And we just love being here.
And you, sir?
It's fantastic. I mean, the Palm Beach woman who shops at our store is, like Mark said, she indulges herself. She has never stopped doing that, which is...
And she's Miami, she's Jupiter, she's everywhere. In the Southern Florida community, they all zip around and
she likes color and she likes flair.
She does.
Right?
She's not a wallflower. She doesn't dress, so many women are so practical by nature these days, which I understand across the country. They almost dress in sort of an industrial way. But here, they love fashion. You have to get dressed every morning anyway, right? So why not put on something that's beautiful? And she understands that. So it's fun.
Tienes que ponerte colores. I always say you have to wear colors, lots and lots of colors.
Yeah, color.
All right, so rumor has it you two are gypsies in the sense that we have moved 29 times.
We have.
Excuse me, what's wrong?
We're hopeless.
Something is wrong with us.
know, we're hopeless.
When we tell our parents that we're moving again, they're like, okay, get the straitjacket out.
That's why we like fashion. It's constantly changing. We embrace change. You have to in this industry. I mean, we had 200 openings last year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
between our
crazy.
various collections. And we love creating a new home, a new atmosphere. We buy these old homes and we redecorate them, and then we're on to the next.
Yeah, we're never going to move, but then we do.
We're saying, this is the last time.
And this is it.
Yes.
And are we stable now, or are we?
I think we're stable for a little bit.
We're stable for the moment. We just sold our house on Flagler. We just moved into a new place on the ocean, and James and I said, we're done. But our friends
said
don't
that
believe
before,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, during COVID, the creativity continued. I believe you started the passion, which was, and I read it here, cooking, which I love to cook.
Me,
That's
actually.
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm the cook.
He's amazing.
I love to cook as well, and you started sketching. So tell me about the passion for cooking first.
I mean, it's always been something that I've done to relax. It's kind of like fashion is creating something new every day. It's a brand new thing. You're only as good as your last meal or your last collection. So it's very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I benefit from it. He's an amazing
What's his
chef.
best?
You know what? He's so versatile. He doesn't have a best. He's not a baker, but everything else he does
I had a couple sourdough disasters during COVID,
Yeah, no, but our friends line up for his beautiful dinner parties. They're exquisite.
Love it. Tell me about the sketching.
I love to sketch. I find it very therapeutic. James and I published a few books last year during COVID.
Right, when COVID locked us down, Mark started sketching just to get all the emotions out. So, it was such a myriad of emotions, from anger to happiness at times.
Disappointment.
All kinds of things. So those came out in his sketches.
It was a great outlet. And we published a book about a sketch book, coffee table book about Corona. That was super successful and really fun. And we did a few others, and it was a great outlet.
And I'm glad you actually found that outlet, because a lot of people, unfortunately, were just depressed, doing nothing, but you were able to make something of it and give something to us as well to enjoy.
Yeah, it was
I hope
wonderful.
so. And then we also auctioned the sketches off on eBay, and we've donated to Feeding America. We fed 200,000 meals out of the sketches. Wow. So that was pretty fun to do, pretty rewarding.
Fantastic. You also designed evening wear post-pandemic. So tell me what came to mind and...
we did this beautiful collection of, we called it Luxe Lounge.
Luxe Lounge.
Yeah, and because a woman wasn't necessarily going to a big black tie charity event, because none of that was happening, but she was entertaining at home.
A lot.
A lot.
Right?
And she wanted to look special and beautiful, but in a more relaxed way. So we did these beautiful collections of at-home, glamorous evening separates.
Was that your spring line?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was super well received, and we still managed to, appeal to our customer, even though she wasn't going out on the town that night.
That's important. Also read here, I mean, you guys don't stop. You really don't. Well, you've moved 29 times. Obviously, you don't stop. You're adding a new element to Badgley Mischka. You're creating a residential project in South Florida. How did that come about?
We started talking with some developers, and they said that was a great idea for Badgley Mischka to do a branded residential development. So we love creating houses. We love creating houses. we have a furniture collection, we have a home collection, and it's just something we love to do. So we're going to give that sort of glamorous feeling to this residential development.
Home and fashion, it all
It all
Comes
blurs,
together.
it really does.
Absolutely.
We had a unique opportunity a while back where we decorated the presidential suites at the Breakers.
Oh, very nice.
That was fun with their budget.
Opening endless budget, and it was so
Especially when it's someone else's money.
I know.
That's fun.
And we really love, because home is fashion. You know what I mean? It's like our customers, they look like their living rooms, these women, and how it, just pours into all of that. So we really enjoy that aspect of our business as well.
There's a difference between a house and a home. 30 years of fashion, right? Real quick, 2 sound bites from both of you. How has it felt to just make women feel so gorgeous?
Endlessly gratifying. Yeah.
It really is. It really just makes us feel good when we see somebody out on the streets or at a party wearing one of our dresses or our suits. And it can be from the current season, it can be from 25 years ago, and it just makes us feel great. And we remember every single piece.
That's fantastic. Well, remember, 7.5, right?
Got it.
Size 4 petite.
Perfect.
I think you're a 2.
Well, that's because I'm holding it in as we're speaking. But when you really see the reality, it's a 4P. Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us at Lifestyles Plus. We'll see you soon. Take care.